These are some Dinar Guru updates, starting off with Bruce via Wiser Now. Iraq has been exchanging their dinar in country of Iraq for about over 10 days now, up to about 12 days. We know people that have done the exchanges and that are Iraqi and that have taken the high 30 notes and exchanged them at a new rate and gotten the equivalent in Iraqi dinar, new Iraqi dinar, which are at lower denominations of the currency, basically fives, tens, 20s, 50s, hundreds. Now it's good to know that exchanges are happening there and everything's hunky dory, and I think business as usual in Iraq. But they still don't want us to know the rate on the Iraqi dinar until we get started for exchanges. It's hidden from us and it's kept from us. Frank 26 Iraq boots on the ground report Firefly. After Eid, we expect some changes to the current rate, more like maybe 1,000 to 1, maybe less. Then they can drop the 3 zeros. Here comes our fills. Here comes our lower notes. Frank said, yes, you are headed in the right direction. That is a good sequence of events for the monetary reform to reveal itself. Pay attention to your prime minister. He's trying to tell you that your currency is at 1 to 1 to the American dollar. It's possible they will start to float 1 to 1.5 instead of 1 to 1. All right, Militiaman says a lock on the 13th alerted us that something was coming. Then 3 business days later, they come out and say there's a value. It's now 1.5 times more strong, so they had to make an adjustment. There comes a time that you can't back out. If they've gotten to that stage, we're in a really, really good spot. I don't know if it's going to be tomorrow, the next day, but they're telling us this is their words. Mark Z via PDK, Iraq is now in the middle of Eid al-Fitr, a big holiday in Iraq, and their government is clearly telling us before May. So to me, they will have everything done in the next 9 days. We should be able to watch that movement. All right, walking stick via Frank 26, 1.5 dinars would equal about 50 cents to the dollar. It's all about the accounting. It's all about the numbers. Once the numbers are set exactly the way the RV had established it, then you'll see everything come out. That's what it's about at this stage in the monetary reform. Right, Frank 26 says there's a lot of information pouring out right now. I mean, a lot of information. Did we not tell you that in the third week of this month you would have a plethora, a piñata full of information? The CBI would be extremely loud, but it's not just the CBI, it's also the Prime Minister, this fire hydrant of information that is pouring out at a fast volume. All right, we have clear article quote, Iraq and the central bank are in compliance with international concerns, including combating money laundering and terrorist financing, and that we have left the gray area and turned into a respected, compliant country. And the central bank has now become an internationally recognized institution as compliance is a feature of the ethical and legal features of work, unquote. Nader from the Mideast says the guy, I follow him a lot. He's the only guy who says like normal things. You should follow him too. He's the prime minister advisor. He's always has something good. Everything you read about it's good. His name is Saleh. He's amazing. You should follow him. You should look for his articles. Very interesting, very true, very relatable. Mark Zevia PDK says we continue to get reports from Iraq that the budget and HCL law will be done before May 1st. We also believe that the rate will follow quickly once the HCL law is done, stamped, and completed. Let's hope this weekend things are looking really awesome. All right, Bruce via Wiser Now. Guess who was in Reno to help get this thing started for us? Judy Shelton. She was the appointee by Trump to get this RV underway and stay with it till it's done. You had the Chinese elders there. You had a delegation of 5 delegates plus security staff from Iraq. So there was a great compilation of individuals there to set this thing in motion for us. We are waiting, but not much longer. We'll see what happens in the next couple of days. Frank 26, Firefly, the CBI governor, is back again on TV. He's saying all of the private sector will be in dinars. That's what he told us yesterday. He talked about paying everyone in dinars, cars, electricity, furniture, everything in dinars, as we already seeing this in the streets. We need our national currency that they are telling us about. Frank says you have been painted into a corner of monetary reform. Congratulations. There are no other steps except to present the new national currency, the coins, the new exchange rate to you Iraqi citizens. It's no longer years or months away. All right, Militiaman says it's a fascinating time. Over the last 2 months, we've had some interesting comments by the Central Bank of Iraq, the government of Iraq, the finance ministry, the planning, all these other ministries they've been talking. Back in March, the central bank reassures the Iraqis your dinars are stronger. That's a key point. That's what they've been telling them. All right, Walking Stick via Frank 26, Bank Friend Aki report of last Thursday's CBI meeting with affiliate banks. You are going to see a tender that will be posted on the CBI website. The CBI is putting out a tender contractual agreement on the printing of the national currency of the new small category notes and coins. They're asking to print more because they're going to be needed for the Iraqi citizens when they come in and exchange their 30 notes. This tender will include pictures of the new national currency. It will include picture of the coins. It will introduce the different sizes, denominations, coins, materials used. And lastly, Bruce via Weiser. Now, we talked about Iraq already doing exchanges of large 30 dinar notes like we have into lower denomination dinar at a factor of whatever that rate was. That was done, and they have been exchanging dinar for the last 14 days or 2 weeks. The ATMs that have been loaded with lower denominations were activated on Tuesday morning.